We're explaining how to fix the could not resolve all files for configuration Gradle error in your Android project. This frustrating error usually boils down to problems with your project's dependencies. Let's tackle the most common causes and solutions. 1. Check your internet connection. The most obvious yet often overlooked reason is a poor or non-existent internet connection. Gradle needs to download the necessary libraries from online repositories. Make sure you're connected and your firewall isn't blocking Gradle. Try restarting your router or contacting your internet service provider if needed. 2. Gradle sync issues. Sometimes Gradle's local cache gets corrupted or out of sync. To fix this, try clicking File Sync Project with Gradle files in Android Studio. If that doesn't work, try invalidating the caches and restarting Android Studio. This is done by going to File, Invalidate Caches, Restart. Select Invalidate and Restart. This forces Android Studio to refresh its understanding of your project and its dependencies. 3. Incorrect dependency declarations. Typos or incorrect versions in your build Gradle files are major culprits. Double-check the spelling of every dependency in both your module level, app build Gradle, and project level, build Gradle files. Make sure the version numbers are correct and that they are compatible with each other. Look for inconsistencies or conflicts in versions. For example, you might have one library requiring version X of another library, while another library needs a different version. Pay close attention to parentheses, brackets, and commas. Even a small error can lead to this problem. 4. Repository issues. Gradle might have trouble accessing repositories. The repositories block in your build.gradle files specifies where Gradle looks for dependencies. Ensure you have at least Google's Maven repository and Maven Central declared. You might need to add a JCenter repository. JCenter is deprecated, but some older projects still require it. For example, repositories Google, Maven Central, JCenter. Sometimes a specific repository might be temporarily down. Try switching to a different mirror of the same repository. 5. Proxy settings. If you're behind a corporate proxy, you might need to configure Android Studio to use it. Go to File Settings or Android Studio Preferences on macOS. Appearance and Behavior, System Settings HTTP Proxy, and set up your proxy details. 6. Gradle version issues. An outdated or incompatible Gradle version can cause problems. Check the Gradle wrapper properties in your project's Gradle wrapper properties file. Consider upgrading to a newer, stable version. 7. Missing or corrupted files. In rare cases, files in your project might be missing or corrupted. Try recreating your project from your version control system, like Git, if you're using one, or creating a new project from scratch and copying over the code carefully. 8. Clean and rebuild. After making changes to your build.gradle files, always try a clean project, and then a rebuild project from the Build menu in Android Studio. This forces Gradle to completely rebuild your project from scratch. If none of these steps work, provide the exact error message and the relevant sections of your build Gradle files for further assistance. Remember to always keep your project files